Hello, everyone. So recently, between September 2nd and the 6th, 2025, there is this one sale where all of the vaulted promos are available, and I managed to get a handful of some. I was unfortunate. I unfortunately wasn't able to get all of them, so I only got the ones that I could be able to get. Um, so starting off with the first one, November of 2022, the pre-released Conductor. So the first one was October 2022, which I unfortunately couldn't get, so that's a bummer. But I did manage to get this one. So if you could see here, although I don't think you can notice it from the bad camera quality here, you can see that it's an unfriendly gem eligible entity. However, this was the old icon for the unfriendly, since it was very similar to the friendly entity, so that's why they changed it. And for some reason, the pre-release Conductor did not have a health pool. So that was, that's a bit of an error. It says on the description, the Conductor has appeared and he will not allow you to continue. He will summon 2 yellow light entities to place on the field of play. Pull the first 2 entities from the top of the pull pile. If defeated, these entities will not be eligible to loot a Paynite gem, regardless of a Paynite gem icon. If the Conductor is defeated, Wanderers receives a Paynite gem instantly. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And it's also a white light or a pure rarity. Next up, I couldn't get December 2022 and January 2023, so move on to February 2023, the Scarlet of Hearts. It is the first item card promo, and is also a white light rarity. It gives you 7 sanity when used, and it's an attack item that deals 7 damage. And the description says, quote, a powerful talisman in the form of a poker card. The Scarlet of Hearts is a unique item. When used on an entity, it will steal its life and add it to your sanity, maxing out at 7 points. Once used, discard the entity and item card. If an entity has the Paynite gem icon, flip the position token to attempt to loot a gem. So basically what it's saying is, take, for example, take this Laughter entity, which has 5 health. If I were to use Scarlet of Hearts against it, I would not gain the full 7 sanity, but instead I will only gain up to 5 sanity because the Laughter has a maximum of 5 health. Still a really neat card, I must say. Next up is March, and it is Crimson. Basically, it's the pre-released Crimson Knight. I don't really have to tell you much, but it's actually the first companion entity that gains plus 5 sanity and has 5 health. That might be a prediction for versus mode, and plus 1 attack damage to all other attack items. It says Crimson, former right hand of the Conductor, will now help you fight in the Backrooms. He will aid you by increasing all attacks performed by plus 1. You can only have 1 companion card in your inventory to apply an effect to replace with another. To replace with another, discard this card to the discard pile. So it's kind of like a nerfed Crimson Knight, basically. Instead of giving you 2 damage, it only gives 1. But something that's even similar is April's promo, Hemlock. It is also a companion, but and also lets you gain plus 10 sanity instead of 5. But also similar to Crimson, Hemlock will also boost your attack damage by plus 1, although it just had a different detail. And Hemlock is gem eligible, but the description will make it much more convenient. Hemlock's journey has brought him to the Backrooms. You have run into him, and lucky for you, he carries a Paynite gem. Travel with Hemlock, and he will help you via a plus 1 to attack points with every attack made. Find the exit and escape together. Now this next one is a very popular one. It's May, Saiton. Saiton is an unfriendly gem eligible entity, minus 10 sanity, 2 deck and hand damage, and 8 health. A Sciton is staring at you. This entity does not divert its gaze, causing much anxiety. This will greatly affect your sanity. This entity is very agile, and its many eyes make it immune to any item that will hide you. So basically, Sciton's special ability is that he cannot be concealed or evaded. The only way to get rid of him is by engaging him. Next up, we have June 2023, Lindy's Memento. It is also an item card that takes away 10 sanity and 1 from the pull pile. You have stumbled upon a postcard of Lady Lindy from years past. Bring out the first portal from the pull pile and place it anywhere in the field of play, besides your current position. However, there is always a price to be paid for getting lost in nostalgia. So it's a nostalgic cost, minus 10 sanity. Next up, July, and we have the Pitfalls. Pitfalls is the first room card, however, it can't be moved to, and because it has minus 15 sanity. I don't know why. But the description says, this path is fixed where it was revealed. It cannot be moved and can only be covered by other room cards. All items and entities are lost to the discard pile if placed over this card, while using movement points. Any wanderer finding themselves here will almost surely meet their end. So yeah, the Pitfalls has this pretty interesting effect where it can only be covered by rooms, and I think maybe outcomes too. But any item or entity that covers the Pitfalls will fall down the depths of the Pitfalls straight into the discard pile. Next up is August, and we have Moth's Nest. Moth's Nest is a friendly entity that gives you plus 5 sanity and 4 with an asterisk from the discard pile. It says, you have discovered a Moth's Nest, the source of death moths in the Backrooms. Shuffle your discard pile. Flip their position token 4 times. Every Painite gem revealed earns you a death moth to flip over the top card of the shuffled discard pile. Revealed items can be put into your inventory. Revealed entities are shuffled into the pull pile. Afterwards, the position token remains the same as before the flips. So if you engage it, flip the position token 4 times, and of course you have to have the discard pile shuffled, and I think face down too. And whatever Painite you gain or earn, if it's an item, you put it in your inventory. If it's an entity, you shuffle it back into the pull pile. Next up is October, and here we have Dollface's Jack-o'-lantern. It's another item card that gives you plus 3 sanity and 1 asterisk to the discard pile. Dollface, in her festive spirit, offers wanderers a unique jack-o'-lantern. Illuminate your path, gain plus 3 sanity, and send an unfriendly entity to the discard pile. This lantern is her cherished Halloween gift amid the eerie backrooms. And also October is... Oh wait, I forgot. I forgot to mention that I don't have September. So that's I also don't have September 2023. Don't worry. I'll show you all of the promos that I don't have via other images. All right. Next up, November, we have False Feast. Since October is like the start of like the new holographic promo cards, the new design. False Feast is another room card that is similar to a Dead End, minus 3 sanity, 1 for the pull pile, but also gives you 2 navigation points. A never-ending celebration has appeared before you, tempting you with bottomless portions. During movement rounds, you may choose to stay in place at the feast and incur CCS and sanity loss. CCS means card count score, which means gain this many cards from the pull pile, deck in hand, discard pile, inventory, whatever. Entities adjacent to your position token are at the table as well and must be engaged before leaving the feast. So yeah, that's a pretty cool one. December 2023. Holiday Harmonizers. It's a friendly entity, plus 1 asterisk sanity. Activate the Holiday Harmonizers card to gain plus 1 sanity for each partygoer on the field during movement rounds. These seasonal entities, unlike their regular counterparts, boost your will with their eerie yet oddly cheerful carols. So yeah, I think it's one of the best promo cards when it comes to like holidays and stuff. However, it is meant to be more like a companion, even though it doesn't have the logo. Because we discussed it with the team at the community server. I already have January 2024, but I'll explain. You know what? I'll explain each and every one of them. How about that? January 2024. Las 12 uvas de la suerte, which translates to the 12 grapes of luck. So it's an item card, gain 12 sanity. You encounter a room in the Backrooms inspired by the Spanish tradition of the 12 grapes. Each table, elegantly set, holds a bundle of grapes. Picking up one bundle causes the others to become ethereal and unattainable. Eating these grapes restores plus 12 to your sanity, reflecting the tradition's auspicious significance. It's just simple. You discard it, gain plus 12 sanity. February 2024. The Ancient Blusher is an unfriendly gem-eligible entity, minus 5 sanity, asterisk from the inventory, and has 4 health points. The cherub-like Ancient Blusher in the Backrooms claims the highest light rarity item from your inventory as tribute to 3 consecutive action rounds while on the field of play. After the 3rd round, it goes to the discard pile. You can either surrender these tributes or engage with it to banish it earlier. So, basic summary, when the Ancient Blusher is on the field of play, it will continue to take the highest light rarity item for 3 consecutive action rounds. They mean discard it. It specifically means discard it. Although whenever it is engaged, it doesn't activate the effect where it steals your items. So, but if it does steal 3 items, 3 of the highest light rarity items, then it goes to the discard pile, although you don't loot a gem. I don't have March and April 2024, so moving on to May. Telepathically Hawkshaw. It is a friendly companion, plus 9 sanity, wow, along with 3 health. I think that's for co-op mode. The new companion can see the future. The Wanderer may play with the top card of the pull pile face up. That's the whole description. And it's pretty self-explanatory. And that's all of the vaulted ones that I have. I mean, except for January 2024. I mean, I have more vaulted promos, but ones that I did not get from the sale itself. Here, I'll explain them all. June 2024, Egress Feathergeist is a dual type entity, but also a companion. Minus 6 sanity, 3 deck and hand damage, and 7 health. This deadly flamingo must be appeased. Gift this entity any consumable item to obtain a companion, bringing along their fixed Painite gem that cannot be lost. Otherwise, face this entity as unfriendly. So, you can either engage Egress Feathergeist and defeat it, or you could give it any consumable item like Death Moth Jelly, Almond Water, anything, and it will become your companion, bringing along the Painite gem if you don't have one, which means you can even escape to the Golden Stairs without a gem, but as long as you have Egress as your companion, then you might as well win. I don't have July, but for August I have 2 copies. This is the Ritual Hallway. The Ritual Hallway, although it doesn't have the title, is another room card. Minus 6 sanity, 1 from the pull pile, 2 navigation points, so it has the same stats as the Destroyed Hall. When this room is revealed on the field of play, you must engage with an entity if not already engaged. If no entities are present, reveal cards from the pull pile until you find one. While in this multicolored hallway, engaged entities gain plus 2 deck and hand damage and plus 2 health. Defeating an entity here grants a Painite gem. Every nerve tenses at a scuffling noise. You are definitely not alone. So, if this appears on the field of play, you have to immediately engage with an entity. If you are in there while engaged with an entity, then they gain plus 2 health and plus 2 deck and hand damage. Although when you defeat them, while you're in the Ritual Hallway, you instantly gain a gem without having to flip. Alright, September I also have 2 copies. Surveillance. It's another unfriendly entity, gem eligible. Minus 10 sanity, 1 deck and hand damage, 8 health. When engaged, place all room card count score underneath this entity. The omnipresent eyes of surveillance track your every move, filling each room with an oppressive sense of being watched. As you navigate, the walls themselves seem to close in, hiding all room details beneath layers of scrutiny. When defeated, the surveillance systems shut down, and all cards underneath, including this one, return to the pull pile and are reshuffled, leaving you with a fleeting sense of privacy. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I really like the surveillance. Alright, now we're moving into the car park levels promos. Also, just so you know, I don't have August, September, and October 2025. I'll be getting those later. They're still on the marketplace. October 2024. Dollface Off-Road. Unfriendly, gem eligible, -8 sanity, 2 deck and hand damage, 7 health. Engage Dollface for a festive surprise. Flip your position token. If it lands heads up, collect all cards from the field of play and discard pile, except your current position. Shuffle them and perform a new no-clip round. If it lands tails up, you must defeat this eerie entity. Dollface's unsettling grin hides tricks and treats, adding an unpredictable twist to your hollowed adventure. So yeah, that's a really cool one. I like the foiling. I like the foil, or like the holographic foil, since August 2024's promo came out. Next up is November, and it's the first outcome card to be a promo. The Car Park Portal B. It's just basically for anyone who does not have a regular car park portal. But instead, this one only gains plus 10 sanity, and basically you move from the lobby levels to the car park levels. I don't really need to explain anything from there. Next up, December, and we have the Paradox Watch. The Paradox Watch is another item card that is also a wearable, which means it'll activate its effect even when it's still in your inventory, although -5 sanity. While this item is in your inventory, you may attack twice each action round. Lose 5 sanity each time you do this. So when it's in your inventory, you can use 2 attack items on an entity on the same action round. However, every time you do this, you lose 5 sanity. Now we're entering 2025, and here's January, the Gamma Golem. Another unfriendly gem-eligible entity, -6 sanity, 1 deck and hand damage, 7 health. This entity gains +1 deck and hand damage for each turn it remains on the field of play. If not defeated within 3 rounds, it deals an additional -5 sanity before being shuffled back into the pull pile, reflecting its relentless and resilient nature. Yeah, honestly, the Gamma Golem looks very terrifying. Like, just imagine a bundle of tires with a smiley face. Next up, February, is also on a playmat. The Dominion. It's an unfriendly gem-eligible entity, and is also the first Shattered Light promo card. -8 sanity, 2 deck and hand damage, 10 health with an asterisk. Alright, so the one in the big text is for co-op mode, while the one in the small text is for solo mode. In co-op mode, this powerful entity has 2 separate health pools, one for each player. If one pool is depleted, the boss becomes enraged, gaining +2 deck and hand damage and -1 sanity to all engaged wanderers until the second pool is depleted. This boss attacks both players simultaneously, and damage can be split between them as they choose. In solo mode, the boss has a single health pool and gains +1 deck and hand damage for every 5 damage taken. Defeating it solo increases the difficulty but grants a special reward, which I think grants a guaranteed Pay Night gem. Alright, next up is another room card, March 2025, the Rest Area. It's all 3s, +3 sanity, 3 from the pull pile, 3 navigation points. While in this room, you may place up to 4 deck and hand cards on the bottom of the pull pile to gain the same number of sanity. If you're currently engaged with an entity, when you enter this room, you may shuffle them into the deck and hand. Oh, I almost dropped it. But basically, while you're in this room, you can take up to 4 cards from the deck and hand and put them back into the bottom of the pull pile and gain that same number of sanity points. So if you take away 3 deck and hand cards, you'll only gain 3 sanity. And also, while you're engaged with an entity, whenever you enter the rest area, you can shuffle it back into the deck and hand. April, and we have the Fuzzy Dice. It's another item card that takes away 5 sanity. Once per action round, while the Fuzzy Dice is in your inventory, you may flip the position token. If it lands gem side up, shuffle all cards in your deck and hand into the pull pile. Then redraw the same number of cards and discard the Fuzzy Dice. If it lands compass side up, lose 5 sanity, but retain Fuzzy Dice in your inventory. So if you have the Fuzzy Dice in your inventory and it lands a Pay Night gem side up, then shuffle all of your cards from the deck and hand into the pull pile and gain the same number of cards from the top. So So if you like have 17 cards in the deck in hand and you activate the Fuzzy Dice's positive effect, landing a Painite Gem, shuffle all 17 cards into the pull pile and gain 17 more cards from the top of the pull pile. However, if it lands Compass side up, you only lose 5 sanity, but keep the Fuzzy Dice. Next up, we have May. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I think it's pronounced Chicane, or Chicane. I don't even know. But it's also the first green light promo card. Very interesting. Plus 10 sanity. Chicane slices through the droning hum of the concrete corridors like a sudden hairpin turn. With the deftness of a seasoned racer, it propels you out of the suffocating car park levels and straight back into the eerie hush of the lobby levels, where every echo reminds you that escape is only ever a sharp turn away. So, it's similar to a portal card, but it's basically like a reverse. So, if the car park portal B, or just the car park portal, sends you from the lobby levels to the car park levels, the chicane sends you from the car park levels back to the lobby levels. Next up we have June. It's the CCBB, which is actually referenced from the movie Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, which is the abbreviation. It's a friendly entity, plus 10 sanity, 1 from the pull pile. Flip the position token twice. If both flips show the same result, draw 1 item from the top of the pull pile. If the results differ, your scavenging has attracted unwanted attention. Discard CCBB, and then engage an unfriendly entity from the field of play, or search the pull pile for the first unfriendly entity and engage it. So flip the position token twice. If it lands on the same, if it both land on the same side, like gem, and then compass, you can draw 1 item card from the top of the pull pile. But if the results differ or are different, like compass then gem, then you have to immediately engage an entity. And then for July, there's Ferdinand. This is the final one that I currently have from the monthly promos, but I'll be getting August, September, and October soon. Ferdinand, unfriendly, gem eligible, minus 5 sanity, 2 deck and hand damage, and 7 health. When Ferdinand is revealed on the field of play, discard any engaged entity. While unengaged, you can't use items. Ferdinand must be engaged before any other entity. At the start of every action round, while engaged with him, search the pull pile for the first item and discard it, or discard an item from your inventory. You must discard 2 items before Ferdinand can be attacked. Defeat Ferdinand for a chance at a gem. So if he's revealed on the field of play, you can't use any more items. And he must be the first entity that you must engage. And you must discard 2 other items before Ferdinand can be attacked. And finally, I also have this extra promo card from, I remember using it back in Season 5, Week 8 of the weekly challenges. I remember using this. It's basically the same stats of the Full Art Scarlet Knight. Another promo I have is the Discord Medallion for being a loyal member to the team, but it's currently in my binder. So promo July, June, May, April, March, February, January, December, November, October, September, August, June, May, February, January, December, November, October, August, July, June, May, April, March, February, and November. So that is the whole collection that I currently have. So yeah, that is a lot. A lot indeed. Well, hopefully you guys like this video, and subscribe if you want to see more. Remember, click that notification bell so you don't miss another video. But nonetheless, I will see you guys in the next episode or video or whatever. Anyway, see ya. Have a good day.